There we go. How you guys doing this morning? The sun is shining again today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And I'm so glad to be here with you. Welcome to the Freedom Forum, a place where moms can come and hear about all of my breakdowns and mess ups over the years, in the hope that you would just get a glimpse of the possibilities of being able to be free in so many areas of our lives, so that we are positioned to be able to truly impact our children so that they can win in their academics and in life. And so today I come with the question, why me? Why this? Why now? Have you ever asked that question? I know I have. Morning, Jerry. Good to see you. I have asked that question, and I have wondered sometimes, God, what are you doing? Because this just does not make any sense. My sister talked about it yesterday, was in the hospital with a very severe illness. And when we started doing the research on the illness, it was something that, she actually picked up while she was at the beach. It was a type of bacteria. And when we did the research, it showed that, a lot of times people will catch this at the beach. Good morning, Priscilla. And so that's where she was, at the beach, when she got deathly ill. And when we started reading up about, what it did and how you got it, and it was just such a fearful thing to really understand that there are so many diseases and things all around us that we are not even aware of until it impacts our lives personally. And when I started thinking about it, I was like, you know what? There's danger in the air we breathe. There's danger in the water we drink. There's danger in the vehicles when we get in them. There's danger in our homes. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized when I'm thanking God in the morning for keeping me, I don't even have a clue what I'm actually saying, because there is so much danger. There is so much death all around me I'm not even conscious of, that God, day by day and moment by moment. Thank you, Priscilla. She's doing much better now. And she's almost back to 100%. Day by day and moment by moment, there is danger all around. And God, at every one of those places where the enemy tries to get in, he does not let the enemy come in. He blocks it. He stops it. His angels say no. So it helped me to understand, when God allows something to come into my life, when he opens the gate, because he's the gatekeeper, there is a reason why he allowed it in. He didn't create it. He's not happy about it, but he allows it because he is going to use it. He's going to use that thing that came into my life for his glory and my good. And I sometimes forget that. And I get so focused in on, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened, that I forget that the creator of the universe, who already sees the beginning of my life to the end of my life, has allowed this thing in. And so I have to stop asking, why me? Why this? Why now? Because those are invalid questions that make you an invalid. They make you question. They make you weak. And there is no answer for them in this life. So a better question is, what are you saying, God? Because you let it in and you didn't have to. And what do you want me to do? Now, let me tell you, I am 57 years old and I am still working on that. So I'm not coming to you saying I have it solved, but I am saying to you that the more I learn, after sometimes I get over the shock of whatever it is God has allowed in my life. That's right, Priscilla. God is always in control. When I get over the shock, I'm able to come back to myself and say, okay, God, because you're keeping out hundreds of millions of other things that could have come into my life, because you're helping me breathe moment by moment, because you're keeping me day by day. You let this thing come into my life. Does it hurt? Yes. Do I want it here? No. But I understand, or I'm beginning to, that I am not the one who's in control. And thank God I'm not, because I don't understand all the parameters. And so, God, I'm going to stop asking, why me? Why this? Why now? Because I'm beginning to understand that you know best. Romans 8:28 says, thanks for the hearts, guys. And if this is helping anybody, please feel free to share. That's right. Good over there. Yes, there's a reason for why God allows things to happen. Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, for those who are called according to his purpose. So God always has purpose in all that is happening in our lives. And let me just tell you guys this. I used to struggle with depression to the point that I was suicidal. I realize as I look back now, a lot of that had to do with I was not sure what God was doing in my life. And it didn't feel good at all. I felt like he liked other people more than me, like he favored other people more than me, like somehow I was a second-class citizen, like God really didn't care about what was going on with me. And so as long as I didn't fully understand who I was in God, and as long as I didn't understand who God was, it kept me in that depression. And I had to begin to understand who I was in him and who he truly was. That the God I serve is never trying to hurt me. That the God I serve always has my best interest at heart, even when it feels like, excuse me, like he's crushing me. Like Job says, even though you slay me, though it feels like you're trying to kill me, God, I'm going to trust you because I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to tell you the truth. It hurts, God. But I know you have purpose, so I'm not going to give up. So I'm thankful to the Lord that he allowed me to not take my life, that he allowed me to hang in there, to get to the other side, to see that he did have purpose, that I didn't allow a temporary situation. I didn't decide on a permanent plan, taking my life for a temporary situation. And let me tell you, I've gone through some things. So I'm not just telling you guys what I've heard. I'm telling you what I know. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor about 4 years ago. Now that's something that could take you out if you're not careful. And I'm telling you that not for your pity, but I'm telling you that because God used that diagnosis of a brain tumor to turn my life around. He began to show me how I live life stressed out, that I was always trying to be A+++++. And he didn't need that from me, that it was really about pride and it was really about proving something. And it really wasn't about pleasing him. And so as I began to take the stress out, because the stress was killing me, it was the stress that was causing my blood pressure to spike to 500, 600. I know that sounds crazy. I'm sorry. It looks like my connection's breaking up. I needed that brain tumor diagnosis. It caught my attention. It changed my life. It caused me to start eating different. It caused me to start saying thank you more to my family. It caused me to start connecting with my friends more, especially friends I'd had for years and years that I just had not spent energy and time reconnecting with. Now, right now, I still have that brain tumor. But it's not my destiny. It's a part of my life. I don't think about it often until I start talking about it. It's not bothering me right now, and I'm not bothering it. So I'm not having no surgeries or any of that. But I'm here to tell you that when I say why me, why this, why now are not good questions, it's because they will not get you to where God wants you to get to. And so I do not ask those questions anymore because I do not want to be, they're invalid questions that make me an invalid, and I do not want to be an invalid. So I'm learning how to ask God, what are you saying? And what do you want me to do? And since that day, since that diagnosis, I've had more peace. Ooh, I've had more joy. I've had more rest. I'm not so upset about so many things because I really am beginning to understand what is really important. And I'm sharing my story with you because, yeah, Jerry, that's good. God is El Shaddai. He's all sufficient. I'm sharing my story with you because maybe you won't have to get diagnosed with a brain tumor to wake up. Maybe God won't have to do something really difficult in your life to help you know it's time to shift. It's time to stop stressing out. It's time to stop being afraid. It's time to stop worrying. Maybe he won't have to do something major in your life because Anita's going to share what it took in hers. For God to get my attention, for him to arrest me, for him to change the trajectory of my life, for him to help me to see, excuse me, how thankful I really am. That moment by moment, he's keeping me from diseases. He's keeping me from danger. He's keeping me from so many things that are all around. They're in the air. They're in my life. They're in my body. They're in my house. They're in my car. Danger's all around. And yet day by day, he keeps opening my eyes and I wake up again for his purpose. I wake up again for his glory. I wake up again for him to accomplish what he wants. With whatever I'm having to drag, with however I have to limp, with whatever's broken on the inside, with whatever's hurting me, I still can get up and go forth because I know the God that we serve is never trying to hurt me. Always has my best interest at heart. And I pray today that no matter what happens to you, that you remember that the God you serve loves you with an everlasting love. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do to make him love you less. And there's absolutely nothing you can do to make him love you more because he loves you with all his heart. I am Anita Gibson. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you agreeing. I'm a coach, speaker, educational strategist, and the author of The Star Finder. And that book is about helping parents find purpose and helping them help their children be strengthened in their academics and find purpose so that they can become the greatest version of themselves. Priscilla said, amen. Well, let me go do my push-ups. Yes, go do your push-ups. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Love you guys. Goodbye.